Imagine you're standing at the edge of a breathtaking sunset, or in the front row of a high-energy concert. You pull out your phone, open the camera, and you're instantly forced into a compromise. Do you snap a quick 12-megapixel photo that feels fast but looks soft when you zoom in? Or do you switch to that massive 200-megapixel mode, wade through a slow shutter and heavy processing, and risk missing the perfect moment while your phone catches up? For years, this has been the reality for Samsung Galaxy users, especially on the Ultra models. You either chose speed or detail, but never truly got both at the same time. With the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra, that might finally change. According to fresh Galaxy S26 Ultra leaks, Samsung is quietly working on a sweet spot solution, a new 24-megapixel high-resolution mode that aims to combine fast shooting, manageable file sizes, and noticeably better image quality. The catch? You're probably going to have to dig a little to turn it on. Let's break down exactly what's happening with the Galaxy S26 Ultra camera, the new 4MP mode, performance leaks, design changes, and the bigger story around the Galaxy S26 series, because on paper, this is shaping up to be one of Samsung's most interesting flagship launches in years. The 24-megapixel sweet spot on Galaxy S26 Ultra. Traditionally, Samsung's camera app has pushed you into three main choices: 12MP photos, fast, light, but lacking fine detail 50MP, or 200MP modes, super detailed, but slower, heavier, and not always practical. No. Often reliable tipster Ice Universe has posted on X, formerly Twitter, that the Galaxy S26 Ultra, and possibly the smaller Galaxy S26 and Galaxy S26 Plus, will gain support for 24-megapixel high-resolution photos. This 24MP mode is designed to be that perfect middle ground. More detail and sharpness than 1TB, smaller, faster, and easier to handle than 50MP or 200M, plus processing overhead, fewer artifacts, and more natural-looking image. However, there's an important twist. This mode is not expected to be enabled by default. To get it, you reportedly have to install or open Camera Assistant, Samsung's advanced camera control app that lives inside the Good Lock module. Dive into the advanced resolution section, manually toggle to 4MP on. Once you do that, Ice Universe claims the 24-megapixel option will appear directly in your main camera interface for both photo and portrait modes, right alongside your usual shooting settings. No more being stuck between basic and overkill. Cleaner high-res shots without the usual Samsung issues. If you've used Samsung's high-resolution mode or Expert RAW in the past, you probably know the downsides: aggressive over-sharpening, harsh edges around fine details, purple fringing, or color artifacts around strong contrast, longer shutter lag, and slower processing, especially in low light. According to Ice Universe, the new 4MP mode on the Galaxy S26 Ultra is specifically tuned to avoid those common issues. The leaker claims this mode eliminates or greatly reduces the extreme sharpening Samsung is known for in high-res shots, minimizes purple fringing and other optical artifacts, delivers a more natural, cleaner, DSLR-like look without the over-processed V. Better is a small trade-off, but it's surprisingly mild. The 24-megapixel mode has no noticeable shutter delay at capture. You can keep shooting quickly, but the phone takes around 3 seconds per image to finish processing the photo in the background. In other words, you can keep tapping the shutter, but each 4MP shot quietly finishes rendering behind the scenes. For the jump in quality you're getting, this background processing time sounds like a very reasonable compromise. One important limitation, though, Ice Universe believes this camera feature may not be available on older Galaxy devices. It looks like Samsung could keep this 4MP optimized mode as a selling point for the Galaxy S26 series and newer hardware. Galaxy S26 Ultra performance leaks. Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 power camera isn't the only thing leaking. The Galaxy S26 Ultra performance story is already taking shape too. A new Geekbench listing uncovered and shared by ICE Universe, points to serious gains over the Galaxy S25 Ultra. The alleged Galaxy S26 Ultra benchmark entry believed to be the US model with model number SMS9 for 8QU shows 12 GB of RAM, Android 16 on board an underclocked Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor. CPU configuration listed as 6 cores at 3.63 12 cores at 4.197 at these reduced speeds. The Galaxy S26 Ultra reportedly scores 3,466 in single-core, 11,035 in multi-core. For comparison, the Galaxy S25 Ultra in testing came in around 3,200 single-core, 10,020 multi-core, so even while underclocked. The S26 Ultra with Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 is already outperforming its predecessor. ICE Universe also notes that these benchmark runs were done below the chip's maximum potential. The big cores can reportedly hit up to 4.74 GHz, and at full frequency, the tipster predicts the single-core score could climb to around 3,920 points. As usual with Samsung flagships, the story changes a bit by region. According to reports, the Galaxy S26 Ultra may use the Exynos 2600 processor, and some markets, most regions, however, are still expected to get the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 variant. If you want the smoothest experience when capturing and processing those new to 4MP high-res photos, plus all the AI features Samsung is baking in, the Snapdragon model once again looks like the version to watch. New camera design, more rounded corners, and magnetic charging on the hardware side. The Galaxy S26 Ultra design has also been quietly leaking through case manufacturers. Several Galaxy S26 Ultra cases have already appeared online, and a newly listed cover on a third-party maker's website effectively reinforces the earlier design leaks. From these cases, we can pull out a few key details. The camera setup features one circular island that holds 3 rear cameras aligned vertically. The overall camera island design lines up with earlier S26 Ultra leaks, adding weight to the current renders. S26 Ultra's corners are noticeably more rounded than before, with leaks calling it the most curved corner Ultra ever for the first time. It also appears that the curvature of all members of the Galaxy S26 family S26, S26 Plus, and S26 Ultra will be identical, offering a more unified visual language across the lineup. Case listing also mentions support for magnetic wireless charging. What isn't clear yet is whether the phone itself will have an integrated magnetic ring, similar to what we see with MagSafe style systems, or whether the case provides the magnet, while relying on the phone's regular wireless charging coilator. Wait, this hints that the Galaxy S26 Ultra could embrace a more modern, accessory-friendly approach to wireless charging and mounting, faster charging, thinner body, and smarter AI features band the design and performance. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is also rumored to bring several practical upgrades. Charging speed could jump from 45 West on the Galaxy S25 Ultra to 60 West on the S26 Ultra, cutting down charge times significantly. A slight increase in battery capacity is expected, even as the phone reportedly becomes slightly thinner than the S25 Ultra. New generative AI features are likely to be integrated deeply into the camera system, including enhancements to camera assistant and computational photography. These AI tools could help with smarter scene optimization, better low light handling, enhanced video stabilization, and framing, more intelligent portrait and bokeh rendering, real-time suggestions for composition and adjustments.